Hello, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the revival mechanic. Yes, it's going to be coming to Global Dokkan during the 6-year anniversary. Yes, it's going to be kind of cool. If you guys don't know what the revival mechanic is, we're going to be talking about that in today's video. Talking about the characters that currently have it. Not a whole lot of characters in the game unfortunately have it yet. I think it's literally just 3 as of right now. I mean, I've been trying to think of other units that have come out to see if they have it. But at this moment, I can't think of anyone else besides Goku, Vegeta, and LR Master Roshi. I mean, is there anyone else? If you guys are watching this video, is there any other cards? I mean, I don't think so as of yet. I think they're just kind of... I think this revival mechanic is pretty broken, and they're not trying to give that out to every unit that comes out. So, it makes sense. But, yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and talk about today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for more Dokkan Battle content, news, and updates. Great to have you guys here as always, and let's get into it. So... first off, revival is pretty much this. That's not it. Yeah, it's down here. So when HP is 50% or less upon entering attack in turn after the character receives attack 3 times in battle, if the character or an ally attacking in the same turn receives a KO, attack revives and recovers 70% HP. That is pretty much the entire basis of the revival mechanic. I mean, basically, you have to activate it when, you know, when you're entering a turn, and you have to receive 3 attacks during it, and then if the character or an ally attacking the same turn receives a KO, attack revives and recovers. So that's pretty much how that works, right? It's kind of like the same for all of them. You see, when 50% or less upon entering attacking turn after the character receives after attack 7 times in battle, so they gotta get hit 7 times. The character or an ally attacking in the same turn receives a KO, attack, revives, and recovers. So it's easier to get Vegeta's because Goku's it's within the same turn. So it's the same turn, while Vegeta is 7 times in battle. So it's gonna be a bit easier to get Vegeta's revival skill versus Goku. So that's kind of like a plus up for Vegeta for those situations. But remember, it's harder for Goku to get his revival because his passive kind of like goes against himself when you think about it, because again, he has that 70% chance to dodge. So when he has that 70% chance to dodge, what you're kind of dealing with here, it's more of the side of the dodging counteracting the KO. So Vegeta's is definitely going to be a bit superior in terms of the revival mechanic. So if you want to see a revival you know, active skill, it's definitely easier to not an active skill, but the revival skill is definitely easier to see it with Vegeta versus Goku. Master Roshi, I forgot what his is like, but pretty much it's okay, so if the character or an ally attacking the same turn receives a KO, attack revives and recovers 60% HP once only. So if the character or an ally attacking the same turn, so basically if anyone dies, he just revives, right? If he's on that turn. So his is actually going to probably be the easiest one. So that's good to know. Now we're going to talk about, do I like the revival mechanic in Dokkan? It's cool. It's definitely cool, but it's not something you're going to be seeing very often, especially with MUI. You just won't, I mean, because he dodges so much, unless you throw a unit in that front slot where it's not dodging. But I do believe that it has to be him. I mean, I don't remember exactly. After the character receives attack, yeah, so I think it is Goku. I mean, so someone could correct me on that, which is fine. But for the most part, you won't be seeing it much here. And it's nice, like the animation for it is really cool. I do like the animations a lot for the revival mechanic. It definitely looks really good. Now the only problem with it is, again, pretty much the big issue is you're just not gonna see it often. There's not much content in the game where you need it anyways. I mean, the GT Legendary Goku event, you could definitely use that there. Because again, the GT Legendary Goku event can be pretty difficult in certain situations, but for the most part, it's still going to be it's going to not be detrimental to not having the revival active, right? Because you could pretty much still clear all the content in the game with or without it. I would say, anyways. So it's coming here after the 6 years. You know, when you think about that, it's been 6 years of not having this, so you've been able to beat all the content without it, but it's definitely a nice little thing to have, right? It's definitely not going to be anything detrimental or taking away of anything, but it's not going to be that making everything easier or whatever that you guys were hoping that was going to do. because it kind of doesn't really do that. I mean, it doesn't make everything super easy, or it's just there. I would say it's just kind of there. And I personally, even I've had these 60 LRs on JP for so long that I don't really need it. You just don't even need it, really. So I mean, the revival mechanic is cool. I just want to be like the devil's advocate here and kind of talk about it in both ways. I definitely like the animations. Was it needed in the game? Absolutely not. I mean, unless like the Z update brings like some craziness, right? Like if the Z update brings like the ruckus or whatever, then for sure we'll have an idea of why they added this in. But as of right now, I mean, even the GG Legendary Goku event, like we already seen Truth no iteming it, and eventually over time, the more and more units are going to be able to dominate that. I just haven't seen like a mode where like you're really going to be using this yet, right? Unless you start adding this revival mechanic to basically each category, at least one character, which I don't think they're going to do. Like as of right now, Goku and Vegeta, you could use it on their categories, but there's so many categories in the game that like you would actually want this for. Like for example, having a unit in Connected Hopes with the revival mechanic for like the GT Legendary Goku event mission would be very nice. Or having this, having it with like, what's a weak category, like Earthlings, or actually no, you do have it with LR Master Roshi, which yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, LR Master Roshi is going to be on Earthlings. Yeah, I do have to kind of remember that he's an Earthling, even though he is a guide. Master Roshi is a literal guide, man. But yeah, like, that's pretty much kind of like how it works. But yeah, there's plenty of other categories in the game that I would actually want to see this on, and I think over time they'll add more units for it, and there's, when you think about it though, there's not like a whole lot of revival moments. They could always make like a Dokkan Fest Piccolo from like the King Kai planet arc when he trained up there, while like everything like that, like during the Namek saga, they could do like a Piccolo like that where he revived and like he fuses with Nail, which would be kind of interesting. I think that would be kind of cool if they did something like that. I mean, they've done it so many times. I mean, they could do a revival version of the Goku that pops in when he's fighting Boo Tanks. If you guys remember that, that's definitely a moment where they could grab from. They could definitely grab that fight from the Boo Tanks fight where like he comes back and he does the Destructo Disc. We already have a card for that, but we don't have like a revival mechanic card for that, so that's like another moment that they could kind of use when like the Elder Kai gave him his life. But there's other like revivals use that they could possibly use. They could do one for what's his name, bro? Oh my god. Oh dang it, I'm having such a freaking blank with this. It's just like there's so many things that like there's so many cards that like we could think of, but I'll probably actually have to sit down and actually like write it out, right? But Oob would be like a revival card that they could use, and that could be a cool Dokkan Fest too. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the very brief explanation of the revival mechanic. It's nothing too crazy. It's cool. It's nice to have, but it's not the craziest thing in the entire world. But yeah, man, that is basically it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more Dokkan Battle content, news, and updates. It's great to have you guys here as always, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.